think I see it. I see its red scales.
Yeah, he's been doing good with fishing. That's
Yeah.
surprising.
It, and it's funny because I remember when I first moved here from the Philippines, how all of them were always complaining, "Oh, fishing it just takes up so much time. You have to have so much patience." And now look, they're all excited. At least serious.
Right, right. No, that's really good to see because they wasn't really into it, and now they're into it. It's real good to see.
Hmm.
No, no. So like,
I was gonna try to
Tony,
convince Luca, but I don't know.
Tony feels some
He's
type
a
of
little bit
way
more difficult to
because
convince.
Elle doesn't want to really come around anymore. He doesn't want to come around LeGras anymore. She feels like it's just another thing she can't get right in her life. Like, damn, added to the list. And this is my 13th reason, head ass. Have you ever felt like, mm, have you ever felt like you just can't get anything right in your life?
Mm, when I was growing up, yeah, um, it was very, very difficult to impress my dad. Everything that I did, no matter how big or how small, that I thought was good, uh, it just wasn't enough for him.
Me too. Oh no, Tony, hold back the tears.
It was hard. I mean, I know that like you grew up with like your cousins and everything, and um, but just since you understand with how dads are, it's like being an only child. Do you have siblings, Tony?
Mm-mm. I was the only child.
Yeah, me too. And it's just it's so strange, but like for some reason, every time I talk to my dad or every time I try to do something with him, I could just tell like no matter what I did, no matter how great, it's just like he wished that I somehow was different, and the
He
only
wished you
thing
were a
he could
boy.
think of, yeah,
Me too.
it's like he wished he had a son instead of me.
Me too.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know, disappointment, I guess, is not really a word that I want to use, but I just feel like it's a word that always came across his head. I don't know. For me though, just every time like every time I felt like it wasn't enough, it just for some reason something inside me just kind of kept burning and building, and it's like, okay, well, I have to be better, but how am I going to be able to do that? And I just kept trying and trying and figuring things out, and eventually I slowly just started not to care what he thinks. And honestly, I think I have to thank my mom for that, because she always pushed me and she pulled me out to the side and was always telling me how much she appreciates it. And so just to have that one person seeing what I was doing, that was enough for me. But I was a lot older when I finally accepted that.
I'm still at the stage where I just want to get better, but ain't no better in sight for me. And I don't know, I guess talking to L today and then knowing that I would have to come here and explain why L ain't here no more, why he don't come around no more, eventually having to say, well, he just don't want to be here. I knew it would be another thing added to the list of things that T cannot get right in her life.
Well, that's not your fault though. You cannot put that on you to blame. That's completely up to Al. And it's his decisions, it's his choices if he wants to come here or not. That's not on you. It's the same thing with Uncle, Oni, Haystack, all of them. It's their own decisions whether they want to stay here or not. We're giving them an opportunity. They can either choose to take it or they can choose to leave it. That's not something that you are failing to do. That's just something for them. So I wouldn't consider it that that's you failing. Because what? At the end of the day, right? Something for me is like you cannot choose who is always going to be in your life. Sure, there may be people that you want to stay in your life and be consistent. However, that's going to be up to them because it's their choices. Because the only person that we truly can rely on at the end of the day is yourself. Family is family, yes, but also sometimes families come and they go. And that's why I feel like with you all, the Freeman specifically, it's something of a bond that I've never seen before. Because even through the hardships that you guys have gone through, like growing up, being separated by the army calling or by war, you guys are still here, back with each other, in each other's company.
Mm.
And I think that that's wonderful.
I don't think it's too much that, you know, of course, it's L's decision. I think more for me, it just feels like every time I feel like it's something that I like or it makes me happy, it just kind of goes away. You know what I mean? Like it don't stay for too long. It just goes. And it's like, am I cursed or something? Like, what did I do to not
No, I do
be
not think
able
that
to
you're cursed.
hold the happiness? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand in a way. Well, I really don't think that you are cursed. I think that honestly, just because L is something different and it makes you happy. However, in life, especially with relationships, because I know that you said that it's pretty new to you. A lot of them, it's always it's a hit or a miss. Like sometimes they're gonna come into your life and it just clicks. But also, just like how I was telling Oni, you're going to want somebody who is going to want to fight to be next to you every single day, no matter what. No matter what life throws at you guys, whether you guys aren't going to see each other for a long time because he has to go out to the west, or even in hard times where one of you guys are very injured, you want to make sure that that person is going to stay by you no matter what. Whether you're put in harm's way, whether it's just relaxing with your family and just doing casual things through the roller coaster that life is, you're going to want to have somebody next to you.
Right.
What about this other person? Do you remember when we were talking in the mines and you were telling me and Oni that there was somebody that you think that you might have had feelings for before?
TJ. Hmm.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah. Hmm. TJ gone away too.
Well, you said he was what? He was pretty much soul searching, finding his purpose in life.
Mm. He. It's not that he didn't like LaGraw. It's that he was just, I guess, tired of it. Like he wanted to go out and see something different.
Mm.
I felt the same way at one point. I ain't always want to stay here, but I felt like, everyone has their thing, and I felt like I didn't have a thing. So I felt like, well, maybe lacrosse is my thing. Maybe I'm meant to stay here and continue doing what the Freemans used to do. You know, maybe that's my thing. Stop, motherfucker.
Well, look around you, Tony. I
Tony,
feel like
I'm
no
trying to
matter
make
what,
it a point that Tony
you may
doesn't
think that
cry
you
often.
failed, but look at how many people are now living in La Gras or near it. How many people keep stopping through? How many people in Saint Denis and in Valentine, Rhodes, they all know that we're here. You've helped to make Le Gras a place marked on the map where people know that they can find the Freemans or they can find good hospitality or good food. You know, maybe some other things,
Mm.
but you did that. You stuck with Le Gras no matter how many people wanted to leave it, but you're still here trying to make it thrive and you're doing it. And I think that that's something that you should be proud of because you're
Mm.
not a failure. You're not a disappointment. And I can promise you that Luca, Seer, Isaac, Uncle Oni, they'll say the same thing. I'm sure all of them are very, very proud of you with everything that you've done for everybody. So just remember that because you're a little too hard on yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Trust me, I'm very hard on myself too with certain things, but just know that you are appreciated no matter what, and everybody loves you and cares for you.
Yeah. I guess it takes time for me to realize things like that because going back to my father, your father was the same way. So you already know it's hard to accept that people see you and are proud of you, because it's not usual.
It's not something that was spoken or made known to you always.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tony, I will make more of an effort, and I will be immensely happy to tell you how proud I am of you every single day I see you because you are appreciated. All right?
You ain't gotta do that. You do not have to
Oh,
do
I
that.
will until you believe it. I'm gonna do it till you believe it. Also, I do want to say yesterday, after everything, how you stood up for Elle because it was an honest mistake. I'm really am proud of you for that. I was shocked. But I'm very happy that you stood up for something that you enjoy because you enjoy Elle as a person. You are happy that he's around you and you stood up for him. I feel like I've never really seen you do that before.
It ain't something I do, you know. I ain't I ain't never been too good with my words, but I'm learning how to just not feel like what's gonna come out of my mouth won't be smart or something. You know what I mean? And just to say it, it's hard, but I'm trying.
Well, you're doing good, and no matter what, whatever it is that you have to say, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be smart. It doesn't have to come out like in a certain way or a certain tone. Like, that's just you, and that's your thoughts, and that's how you feel. And so everybody else should be okay with that. And if they're not, well, too bad. Because you should not have to change the way you are for anyone. Sure, you can grow as a person with your confidence, just like how you did yesterday for Uncle. I would love to see more of that. Because that Tony yesterday, if okay, like let's say for example, if I was a person, just a random person that I never knew or that you never knew, and you guys came up to me
Mm.
and decided to rob me and you asserted yourself with that confidence, to me, I would be scared. I would be very intimidated and I would be very sad that I didn't run away on my horse, okay? You've got it in you. I know that you do.
I love that she's selling Tony this. Oh my
And
god,
it's
I
going
love
to take
it.
time, but that girl that you want to be, that woman
She needs
who's
to hear
confident
this.
and carefree and doesn't let her dad control her, once you realize that she's in there and you are free to do whatever you want, you're going to be unstoppable, Tony. That I know.
It's a work in progress for sure, but writing down what I think and what I feel, it helps a lot. So then I can just get it out on paper because paper listens. I know it sounds funny, but the paper listens, you know?
I understand. I write a lot too. It helps because sometimes there's
Kinda.
some things that you cannot really share because sometimes you feel like people won't understand. However, the book and the paper understand. And when your hands move and a
Exactly.
pencil just glides, everything is unleashed, all your feelings, all your thoughts, and it's a part of you. And it's something that's written down that will be here forever.
I appreciate you. She has baby salt skin. I'm dead. Because you ain't gotta stand here and listen to me get all emotional and sensitive about something that I ain't even do. but you choose to, you know. And that's what I
Sometimes
appreciate.
everybody needs something. Yeah, of course. It's just sometimes everybody needs somebody, you know? And I'm here. I don't do the things that you guys do. And I understand that and I know that, but I'm not here to judge you guys. I'm not here to throw rocks and make you guys feel like you're not worth something. You guys are all unique and different in each and every one of your guys' ways.
Amalia is
Everybody
hitting
has
it.
their own little niche that they like to do, you know?
Hmm.
And that's why with you, if you ever just need to just let things out and you don't want just the paper to listen, I'm always here. Even if it's a quick one and you just need to pull me off to the side, it's fine. I'll tell everyone to go away, to go hang out by the fire. Tony needs to talk. And if they come over to me, I'm gonna whack them with my bamboo stick, okay?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel the same about you. If you ever need to talk and you feel like ain't nobody listening, I'm always listening, you know.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Because I know, you can tell the boys 5 million times, oh, I'm here for you, I'm here for you. But if a man don't want to talk, he ain't going to talk. And that's how I grew up.
Well, I mean, it's very true. So, and honestly, I think it's very nice then. I have you and that I have Oni because I
Hmm.
know that I can talk to you guys about anything and everything, you know? And I'm not gonna get, and all right, yeah, sure. I'm just saying, sure. Mm-hmm.
You want to see how my childhood was like in LaCroix? Any conversation was mostly, you know. Honestly, when we were kids, it wasn't bad like that. It wasn't bad like. But when you grow older and your personality changes and you see different things, you see the world for what it is. You know, that's why I feel like children are special because they don't see what we see now as adults. So that's why anytime any of my cousins upset, I always say, "Remember that time when we were kids when we did this?" Because we didn't know about this side back then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We were genuinely happy back then, you know. And I'm not saying we not now, but there's a lot of factors at play now. So,
Yeah, there definitely is just a little bit more trouble, a little bit more risk than when you're a child.
Isaac B. No, let me stop. Yeah. But I don't know. You and Oni have definitely it's you brought out a side that I ain't even know I had. Like I ain't never know about going on no date or nothing with nobody. Ain't nobody ever show up to the house with me. I ain't never wear no makeup or nothing like what Oni be wearing. I don't know. It's it's different, but it's okay because I'm older now.
Well,
But
yeah, and I mean, go ahead, you first.
But I'm still myself at the end of the day. It's not like you guys are totally trying to change me into this uppity city girl or something. Like, and I appreciate that. Y'all don't see me as, I don't know. Y'all don't see me as this mud right here in the claw. I guess that's not what I should say. I guess, but that's the best thing I was thinking about.
Well, so okay. So you got to grow up with your cousins, right? And it's
Hmm.
just boys just running around everywhere. But
Yeah.
for you, I just feel like something that you did not get to have was to actually get to know your true femininity, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And that's why going out to the salon and the barber shop to go get pampered, going out on dates. Honestly, I was telling Oni because even Oni, she's got a lot going on too, and I feel like I need to go and make a reservation at this Garden of Eden because I never got to try it. Okay. So we're going to have to go again, and all three of us are going to sit at a table, and we're going to have a girls' night, and the boys can do whatever they want. They can cook for themselves. You know, Sir knows how to fish now. Okay, Sir can go
Yeah.
catch the fish for them. Luca knows how to cook. You've seen me do it so many times. It's fine. I'm sure Uncle has a few things up his sleeve, but I don't know. Earlier he was telling me that he could not see, he cannot hear. I'm
What?
worried about him. He might be going deaf, might be going blind. Who knows? But I think that that's something that is going to be well deserved for you. You deserve to dress up from time to time, and it's not strange. It's not weird to see you dressed up as a woman because that is what you are. All right? You're not just one of the boys. You can be with your personality, however, you are a woman at the end of the day, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I like that.
Good, because I like it too, and I need to listen to my own words also.
I can go and sit at the Garden of Eden and laugh and watch the men that roll through, I guess. But I can also come back here and wrestle a alligator to end the night.
Exactly. Heck, I bet you could take on Isaac too.
I don't know.
Eh, I don't know. I remember when Oni
No, she.
first came over here. I remember she was eyeing Isaac, and we were. Oh, it was the day that we met King because King has like big biceps, right? And that's what Oni was looking. And then I was asking Oni. I was like, "What do you think Isaac has underneath his jacket? Like, do you think he has small biceps or big ones?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't know. I mean,
None
I'm
of the
hoping
boys
that
go
it's kind of like
shirtless in the
good."
swamp, or they. None
And
of
then I
the
think he
guys
came
like
over and
go
he's like, "No, I
shirtless.
think my biceps are small." Mm. But it doesn't hurt. And I'm sure, both of you guys can just sit there and stare at Romeo or something before coming back to wrestle an alligator.
Right. Oni ain't gonna wrestle no alligator though, but that's
See, okay,
okay.
that's one thing, right? Is we can sit here and teach you your femininity and dress you up like a woman, give you corset, do your hair, whatever. One of these days, we have to get Oni. Well, I don't know. Remember, she came and she was like barefoot walking around here. We're like, what the hell are you doing with no boots? She was like, I was in the mud. I was like, what?
Yeah. I mean, she be hunting a little bit when we go.
I don't know how she does it in that corset, but
That's true. It's great, though. I don't know. But thank you
I think it'd
for,
be well, yeah.
listening and really being there for me. It's words that I know I need to hear. It's just hard to open up sometimes for me because not everybody is willing to listen or stuff like that. I thought she was gonna say they gotta try and dress only like a boy. I'm
Ah,
good.
it's all right. Don't worry. I know that usually I'm just so tired at the end of the day, and I do want to talk. I love talking. I love talking to you. I love talking to Oni, and you guys are just all amazing people to be around. Like even I've even gotten to know Sir a little bit, and okay, I know he's your cousin and everything, but honestly, Oni is right. He does have a little bit of an emotional side to him, surprisingly. So
Surprisingly,
there's
yeah.
that. Surprisingly, yes, yes, I know it's hard to believe. Even Luca, though, Luca, that's the thing. All these boys, all these men, they're all like, "Oh, I have to be big, strong, angry men, and have to be so intimidating." But I don't know. I just feel like around, at least around us, it's fine to put whatever mask they have on down and just relax for a little bit.
They not.
I know.
And they like this all the time, Amalia. It's every once in a blue moon. And usually it's to a point, they get to a point where they get real angry.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of just have to tell them to sit the hell down and just say what the fuck you gotta say. You know what I mean? It's sad that they don't catch the emotions until it's too late. That's what it is.
That's the difference between women and men, though, is that women feel everything right away, whereas
Mm,
men, they put it off and they will feel everything later. But you're right. By that point, it's too late.
fat Ted.
They'll learn. They'll learn one day, maybe.
Hmm. We always get caught up in working and doing business and doing what we gotta do for LeGras, you know, getting money for LeGras and all of this stuff. But they never stop to just have time to just say, and you ain't gotta talk with everybody. You can, like you said, pull somebody aside and just say what you feel. I feel like they don't make time to do that because for them it's not important, but they don't feel the importance until it's too late. And then it's like, wow, never seen this side of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The other thing is that I think that they're more comfortable letting their walls down around each other. And that's why I think I'm honestly really glad that the day that you guys met
Slim
me
man.
and you guys met Uncle, I'm really happy that that day happened because I feel like with Uncle here, Uncle has lived many long lives already, right?
I love
So
Uncle.
he knows the emotions, and I just feel like Uncle is more in touch with his sensitive side a little more, and it's rubbing off on some of the others.
Yeah, I can see that.
Another thing that you should be proud of is family Sunday dinner because that has been a consistent, all right, and you make sure that everybody is there. And you know what? They show up because they do understand Sunday is family day. So no business, well, unless it's really necessary, but
Urgent,
no
yeah.
business. Everybody's relaxing. There's no jobs that everybody needs to do, but it's just everybody bonding together and having a good time so that it's not stressful because stress can wait till Monday. Doesn't have to be on Sunday dinner day.
Yeah, cause I and the reason why I do it is they used to do it all the time here. You know, all the kids and adults, we all would get around and do the same thing, eat and talk and enjoy each other's company. But I feel like it's important, and it's always been important to me because in that last breath you take, I feel like I don't ever want anybody regretting that they missed a Sunday or I never got enough time to spend with my family, because they never did nothing like this. And there's some days where we just don't have the time to sit around like how we do around the fire, or we don't have time to go out and bond just on our own. So Sundays does that for us. It's kind of just like stop what you're doing, sit the hell down, and just talk to your family. Say hello. Have a fucking meal and just enjoy this time that you have in this moment.
Exactly. Because it's true. You never know what's gonna happen to people, especially the ones that you love and you care about. And you want to make sure that whenever that day does happen, that you've done what you had to and you have no regrets.
Exactly. And I hope many more Freemans to come after us to keep doing the same thing. you know.
I'm sure that they will because it's honestly I think that it's needed,
Who gotta have the
and
baby
I'm very,
first?
very
I'm
glad that
dead.
this is something that you guys do all the
Amalia. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer from your bed. So, like I said, thank you, for being there for me.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Amalia. It really means a lot to me.
I told you, you are like a sister to me. I've never had a sister, I've never had a brother, but you are like a sister to me. And if anybody puts their hands on you, you already know, just like with Sonny, I will punch them and I will get them off of you because
Yeah.
nobody hurts my sister.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll do the same for you, but instead of punching them, I just might shoot them.
Hey, you know what? That's all right, Tony. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I love you too, Amalia. And you get your good rest, sir.
Oh, you best believe I will.
Okay.
I'll just kick Luke off the bed.
How good. It was nice to be able to talk with Amalia like that. Like, who would have thought, like, Amalia and Toni basic well, I mean, it makes sense because in the Philippines back then it was like, well, back then anywhere it was like that. Like if you had a daughter, if your daughter was your firstborn, it was kind of like, wow, I got a daughter, like fuck. Like it was kind of like it wasn't the best thing. It was like, damn, I got a daughter. Wow. Like fucked up to say, but that's how it was. Like having a son first back in the day, like in the 1900s, like that, you you had to have a son first. You had to. So I don't know. Being able to share that bond and share that hurt, share that trauma with Amalia is like, wow, I never would have knew that we were going through the same thing. You know what I mean? No, for real. Have you seen gender reveals? Gender reveals and the parents be getting hella mad and shit. Like, yeah, that shit's crazy to me. That should be crazy. But like that that was a good talk, and it was definitely a lot of stuff that Tony needed to hear. So I'm glad that it happened for sure. Definitely glad it happened. Who we want to raid though? My God, you guys, and thank you for being here. Literally, like those that have seen, and I was gonna go back today and watch every scene Tony has had since the beginning to now, and just compare to where she's gone, because she's definitely growing, and she definitely has grown in that, and it's amazing to watch, like what Amalia told her, like she's speaking up more, which is not like her, and that's what we like to see. That's good, that's good progress for her, because she doesn't like to speak up. She always feels like she's not good at talking, so she doesn't like to speak up. So to be able to, you know, okay, Brizzo. Isaac, yeah, Isaac was the one, but like she made progress. Look, she listened to Isaac. She made progress. She's good. Okay, Isaac. No, she definitely has grown, y'all. And I really want to go back and watch and see the progress and growth. Um, so I'm trying to make it a point. Misty's a crier. Misty cries. Misty cries when she's hurt. That's Misty. But I'm really trying to make it a point to make Toni not cry for a reason. It's kind of like I gave so many tears back then, so why cry now? You know what I mean? Why cry now? Like, I want it to take a lot for her to just finally break. But I don't know. You just gotta have the right moment. Gotta have the right moment. But one day, maybe. Who we about to raid? Okay, we could go to Frank Gilbani. We could go to Frank Gilbani. We could go to Cole. She on that. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. No, yeah, for real. For real. But it's part of her growth. She has to be able to say, hey, this is what hurt me, and I'm not gonna let that happen again. Like, that's the attitude that I want her to have. But yeah, I think we might go to Rift, because Rift, rated me yesterday, so I kind of want to return the favor. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with Tony and Elle as well, because things are gonna be a little bit different in that sense. But yeah, we about to bees out. I think. Yeah, we about to bees out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you want to follow this raid, take the message and copy and paste it in the chat. Um, or if you're a subscriber to my channel, you can use this message. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot to me. Hell yeah. Dope, 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 dope. Yeah, no, for real. Thank you guys for being here. It does mean a lot to me when you guys come and support my stream because it makes me feel good. Okay. And I just got a lot of feelings sometimes. But yeah, please follow me on this raid. I love you guys. Check on your strong friends because you never know what people are going through. And I will see y'all later. Bye.
For today. Alright.
Oh, shit.
The vet's gonna take a look over him. And they'll see what they can do for him.
I'm trying to
now.
name a raffle. Do you guys want to help me name my rifle? Here it is.
Are you saying raffle or rifle?
Raffle. Rifle.
Raffle?
Raffle.
Rifle. I think you should name it. I don't know. I couldn't
Hey,
think
what's
of
up?
anything
Thanks for the raid,
else.
baby. What's up, hon? How you doing,
It
love?
was a nice build up there, Joe,
What's
for a
up,
little
what's
while.
Yeah,
up?
sorry. I can't think of
You're
anything.
You're coming into
I'm
cold
sorry.
nearly.
Please don't.
Why are you holding up
Please.
that rifle at Chuck?
You should
that's
call
a
it
good name.
Because it's made of wood.